I often get asked the question, why do business owners need to have an exit strategy? Why is that part of our planning process in meeting number 4 with business owners? The reason why we want to do this is, it reminds me of the story of a prospect that I worked with many, many years ago. Her husband passed away. He was a veterinarian, and instead of selling his practice when he knew that he was sick or bringing in a partner or a younger person to take over, he just shut it all down and walked away from it. And by doing that, he killed the value of the business. The location wasn't particularly great, so the value of the real estate itself wasn't very good. In the end, the area really did need a vet in that location, and it did have some value, but not when you tell your clients to go somewhere else and that you're no longer coming to work. So when you think about this as a business owner, you need to be thinking, if something happens to me, how do I make sure that my family can get the best value of this business? In some industries, it's simply having maybe a buy-sell agreement with a competitor, or a frenemy, person who is in the business that you're friendly with, but you technically kind of compete with each other. You could also take a look at succession planning inside the business, where maybe the business is not purchased outright, but the remaining people in your company are essentially working for your family. There are many different ways that we slice this when we do business planning. But our partners, our CPAs, our attorneys obviously help us with this as we go through. Each business is very unique, but it's always good to have a succession plan. If something happens to you, if you get hit by the bus, or maybe even you're just disabled for a long time period. What if you're injured and you were unable to really work for a year or 2 years? What is your company's protocol to do that? It's very important that you do this. This is our part of our planning process when we do financial plans for business owners. I don't think most financial advisors even think about this, quite honestly, because they're not business owners themselves. Their plan is they work for a large company that can take over your account. But what is your plan for your business? That's very important to understand the legal and tax consequences of whatever decision that you do make. Thanks for watching.